Hey everyone, we are halfway through 20 minutes for 20 days. Now, today you will need a sturdy pillow, a bolster, or a block. So, just something that can give you a little bit of support through a few of the poses. So, maybe you pause the video, grab that. And we'll start in a tabletop. And we're here just as a quick transition, so don't worry too much about your alignment. And as you're ready, send your right leg long back behind. And as you exhale, bring your right knee towards your right wrist. Send your left leg long back behind. Make sure your hips are square to the front. Now you don't want to drop down onto that right hip, so your hip points are going straight forward. Take a big breath in to prepare. As you breathe out, start to walk it forward. Maybe on your hands today in your pigeon pose. If you have the space, you could come down onto your forearms. You could even come down to let your forehead rest onto your hands. Now know to increase or decrease the intensity of the posture. Your front foot could be closer to your hips or closer to your left wrist so that someday it's parallel to the short edge of your mat. But there is a lot of time here today. I will guide you into and out of the rest of the postures throughout your practice, providing you with a lot of time to just sit in the quiet, maybe counting your breaths or listening to your music. Remembering that as we hold in these postures, to let yourself be still and to only invite movement if your body has asked you to move more deeply into the pose, or if something ever feels painful. If anything feels painful, please make any adjustments that you might need, and then try to settle back into the posture. We'll take about 3 more rounds of breath in your pigeon pose on the right side. As you're ready, slowly walk up onto your hands. Walk your left knee in, bring your right knee to meet. You can take a moment in your tabletop to just reset. And then send your left leg long. Bring your left knee towards your left wrist. And remember, your heel can be in close to your hips or further away, but wherever you are, your hips are square. Take a big breath in to prepare. As you breathe out, slowly walk it forward, maybe on your hands, maybe your forearms. Maybe you come to let your head rest onto your hands. As you start to settle in, make sure that your right foot is long back behind and that your toes aren't sickled in. Trying to let the top of your foot be flat on your mat so your right leg is long. Your hips are still square. Wherever you are, you can let your head hang heavy and your eyes can close. Beginning to settle into your left side. Maybe you begin to count your breaths. Take about 3 more rounds of breath in your pigeon pose on the left side. And as you're ready, slowly begin to walk it up onto your hands. Bend through your right knee, bring it in. Left knee steps back to meet. Now this time in your tabletop, be sure that your knees are directly below your hips as we set up for frog pose. So slowly begin to walk your knees to the sides, making sure your knees are coming straight out from your hips. Making sure your ankles are directly below your knees. And you've flexed your toes up. So you're creating 90-degree angles. Just going to the first place of resistance in your frog pose. You might be up on your hands for support. Maybe your forearms. Maybe your chest has dropped lower and your forehead can rest onto your hands. Wherever you are breathing into the space on the insides of your hips. With each inhale, filling the space up. With each exhale, letting yourself settle in. Now remember, try to maintain the stillness unless your body has invited you to move more deeply into the pose, or you're feeling any sort of pain. There's plenty of time here, so just let yourself be still, settle into your frog pose. All right, my friends, just a little bit more time here. Let's finish off the breath. letting your head and your heart be heavy towards the mat. And as you're ready, slowly start to walk it up 1 foot, 1 knee at a time. And bring it over onto your sits bones with your legs out long in front. Now is the time that we need that sturdy pillow, bolster, or block. As you bring it under your knees, letting your legs relax over your prop. On an inhale, reach up tall, lengthen first. On your exhale, simply forward fold. You don't need to do anything special with your feet. So they're not flexed back and they're not pointed, just kind of letting them be. Your shoulders just relaxed down. As your hands have found a comfortable place out in front. Lengthening from your Achilles, through your calves, to your hamstrings, through your hips, from the base of your spine to the base of your skull. Your eyes can be open or closed as you settle into your forward fold. Let's finish off these last few rounds of breath in your forward fold. Start to walk your torso back up, 1 handprint at a time. Take your prop out from underneath, and this time, place it back behind you. If you have a bolster or a block, try to pick where it is, so either towards your low back or under your shoulder blades. But if you have a pillow, it should kind of evenly disperse itself throughout your back. Once you've found that comfortable place, Let your legs go long, and let your arms come down by your sides. Now, if you have your prop closer to your low back, you'll find a slight tuck through the chin. If you have a pillow, your chin will probably be pointed straight up, finding a neutral spine through the neck. If you have your prop under your shoulder blades, your chin might point back just a touch. But wherever you are, your shoulders have dropped down and away. There's even a soft curl through your fingertips. You can take a swallow through the throat, allowing your tongue to fall away from the roof of your mouth. Noticing the space between your top and your bottom teeth. Your eyes have sunk down heavy into your skull, but your eyelids are soft, completely surrendering to your mat. Feeling your body be still, letting your mind be quiet, and allowing yourself to just be. I invite you to stay in your Shavasana for as long as you can today. Maybe you take a little bit of time with just a neutral spine, taking the prop out from underneath. But my friends, it was such an honor to guide you through your practice today. Namaste. I'll see you next time.